Alrighty then. Good evening, YouTube. Um, Mic check. Is this the volume all right? All right. So tonight we'll be playing some destroyer games. I've had a few games earlier. I've been practicing my destroyer. Um, so wait. So let me just change the title of the stream real quick. Uh, Power. All right. So okay, that out of the way. Let's get to some gameplay. Um, well, where was I? I was doing some earlier games with my DDs. It seems like I've been a big proponent of the gameplay style of the German DDs, but doesn't seem like Wargaming's the type to support that. Yeah. So the thing about German DDs is that they have a boatload of tools, pun intended, boatload of tools at their disposal. Smoke, usually some form of speed boost, and 6 kilometer hydro. But all of that is kind of pointless if you don't have the health to support it. So the thing with a lot of newer destroyers in the game is that they come with some sort of repair or heal. So the only old school DDs that I see frequently played in the game are like the Shimakase line, since they can operate well and in silence because they don't need to gunfight all that much. The German DDs, however, are very gun oriented. Well, they're supposed to be a hybrid type of ship where they can play with both their torpedoes and their guns, but it doesn't seem to work all that well, especially when they're using their guns. Because if they're exposed and they take in some any form of damage, that damage is not repairable, and they have to fight the rest of the match without a full tank. So I just lined up for randoms. A lot of people playing destroyers today. Um, okay, so I've been playing this for quite a while now, and there's sort of relationship triangle between these ship classes. Normally, battleships counter cruisers, cruisers counter destroyers, and destroyers counter battleships. Mhm. So the thing that we have to be very aware of in this game are the cruisers. Make sure that there aren't any radar types. So okay, we are. This is not a good game for us. Okay, so the enemy has one, two, potentially three radars. We might be up against a Z-52. She has the same radar as us. We have more guns, but the Z-52 has bigger guns, so it might not work towards our favor here, especially if we're broadside towards them. But um, knowing Z-52, I think they preferred angled targets instead of broadside targets. So let's see how that works for us. Um, for this, I think. Okay, so checking the formation here, I think it's better to creep on over from the top side of the A cap. Okay, so we're getting some. Okay, so the good thing about our team is that we have a Hildebrand. She's going to function as our de facto CV, our self-appointed CV for the rest of the game. Yeah, she just has to find a nice position. Okay, so I'll ease up on the A cap. I'll try to get in it in reverse. A good tip for all DD players is that when you're trying to take caps, don't take it with your ship facing forward, because if you get deeper into the cap, you're an easier target. What you want to do with destroyers like these is that you want to slide in. Okay. So knowing that the enemy is capturing the A cap, it's going to be either a Shimakaze or say 52. Shimakaze, I'm calling it now because the Okay, there we go. Uh, Shimas are very fast compared to a lot of other DDs. They go at the lowest, I think around 40 knots. Our team's Hildebrand is expecting everyone to get aggressive on the Shimakaze, but no one's shooting. I think that's for the better. As for the B cap, I'm kind of unaware what the okay. It's a good thing that our Hildebrand's picking up on the lack of CV. So I think he's going in for a dive, and that's it. Okay, so I'm not confident with facing up against this Schlieffen on my own. The Yamato is going to take some pot shots against this guy. Yeah, okay. So it was hit. I'm not confident with the Schlieffen because the Schlieffen also has Hydro. It's going to spot me if I don't play outside of the Hydro's range. The Brisbane is going towards this side of the map. So it's going to be up to the Hildebrand to defend this from the Shimakaze. What I'm concerned about is taking B. Okay, now that the Z52 is spotted, if I have an eye tracker, I could show you that I'm keeping track of the game through the minimap on the right-hand side of on the lower right. It's entirely expected with DD players to have some, I wouldn't say impeccable, but perfect good map awareness. The A-cap's not going away anytime soon, so I'm firing some torpedoes where I expect the Brisbane to be. I think it's going to push forward if yeah, I'm located. Okay, so those torpedoes are going to hit something if they push forward. I am going to try and take this B cap. They're going to pop their radar on me anytime soon now. So okay, I'll try to signal to the team to defend A. Okay, that Schlieffen is not going to survive a Montana and a Yamato. I can guarantee you that. But the Shimakaze, well, okay, it's a good thing that the Hildebrand is taking its dive bombers out now. Those torps did not hit anything. So the thing with the Hildebrand's dive bombers is that they are very strong, and rightly so for something that takes about 3 minutes to reload. Okay, so I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. Try and say that the Brisbane is going to be angled towards me. Or at least... Okay, that's good. That's good.
後方に魚雷を確認。まさか当たらないでしょ。魚雷
Okay, so that's a problem. We should probably get the A cap back. Problem is, I'm very much settled into taking this B cap. It's going to be up to the Hildebrand to
後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。煙幕を展開よ。
Okay. So that's the Shimakaze. Right. Very cautious.
煙幕の展開が完了したわよ。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を
I
取
think
り
I've
なさい。
overstayed my welcome here.
エンジンブース
There
ト
are
を始動よ。
Corps going towards me.
右舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい
Okay,
避けて
so
み
I'm
せ
not
なさ
getting
い。
any support from the
右
Hildebrand.
舷から魚雷が接近中
I'm
よ。
going to retake
こ
the
れ
A
くらい
cap
避けてみせなさい。
since the Shimakaze just vacated it. I just hope my team finds the courage to. Well, okay. At least we got the C cap. We're up on ships. So that's a good thing. The Saint Vincent is, I think is the Saint Vincent stuck? I think the Saint Vincent stuck. Okay. Our Yamato got blapped. Not the best showing, but at least our Colombo's still very much in the game. Thing about the Colombo is that, okay, so there we go. We have the Yamato in range. Am I keeping vision on it? I think I am. Yep, I'm keeping vision on it. Okay, so we could do one of two things here. Okay, so now that we're rightly in place to be spotted, okay. St. Vincent's taking the cap, so I think I better run. There's a Jinan. That's not good. Okay. So you're driving away from me, so I can just take the cap. Yep. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't have our hydro ready earlier while I was in smoke. But we should put it on now because the enemy still has a Shimakaze loose. I wouldn't want to be dealing with that little bugger. Okay. Oh, that's not good. We lost our ship advantage. That's not good at all. Okay, so if I'm calling it right, it's the enemy Yamato backing up. Okay. So as long as we keep our vision on the St. Vincent, I think the Montana and the Colombo will pick up on it. Okay. That Yamato is not going anywhere. Oh shit, Jinan is. Okay, time for a gunfight. Well and proper gunfight. Okay. You know the storms aren't going to do anything on me, right? Beware. better make a break for it. Okay, nice. Right. Okay. That's nerve-wracking. Okay, so I can bet you this. We control the Yamato now, and the Yamato is not going to be firing on us anytime soon. The thing with those kinds of ballistics, I think it was 460. Yeah, typical the Poison is 457. The Yamato has 460. 460 millimeter shells. So wait for him to fire up. Yep. Then, yep. Take opportunistic shots. All purely ricochets. You're not hitting me. Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay, we had an overwhelming advantage there. Thanks to the team. I'm a bet I didn't perform all that well. I just captured 2 caps. Yeah, middle of the pack. Oh, nothing to that regular though. Okay, but still, that's 1,500 on my experience. Nothing so insane. Okay, so what did we get? Okay, so those are some daily missions. Alright. That's one game in. Okay, so that's the Z42. It has a lot of shells, quick acting smoke, typical loadout for a German ship. This time it's for Z52, the vanilla version of it. So it only has 6 guns, but they're 150 millimeters each, if I remember correctly. Was it 150 or 128? I think it was 150. The thing with these guns is that they're a bit oversized for the ship. They're almost what? Wait, what do you call this? They're almost light cruiser caliber guns, but they put it on a destroyer for some reason, thinking that big, big, big gun, big gun, big damage. 128. Okay, so I think the 150 was on the Elbing. Uh, I, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, 128. So 128 on the Say 52. She has 6 of them. 4 facing forward, 2 facing back. The thing with this ship is that her legendary mod wants her to be built like a torpedo ship. So torpedoes are like this magical solution to close quarters combat, and when you have torpedoes like these that reload below 1 minute, you typically want to go fishing for some bigger targets like battleships, some cruisers maybe, and it can hit some destroyers and destroy them rather easily. But okay, the problem here is that we're dealing with the Louisiana and the Shinano. So the Louisiana also has planes. These are hybrid. Cassard, okay. The Cassard's a big target. She's a big ship, but not quite as big as I am. I can be spotted from 6.4. She can be spotted from 6.1 without upgrades. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, so typically I try to go in. Looks like the Cassard has the same idea as I'm having. Okay, what I'll do here is that since... Okay, the C-52 is one of those ships that can cap easy. I wouldn't... easy or with some protection. I'll smoke up.
煙
I'm
幕を
expecting
展
the
開よ
Blizzard to come in anytime soon now. Yep. Okay. Okay. There we go.
煙幕の展開が完了したわよ前方より魚雷が接近回避
So
行動
the
を取りな
Shinano
さい
just blind fired
敵
those
巡洋艦を発見した
torpedoes at me. Okay. Start being very silly here.
左舷から魚雷が接近中よこれくらい
Well, I'm
避
not
けて
much
みせな
better.
さい
I don't.
ファイヤー
Tempting fate with this one. Oh, not bad. So I'm providing support for the Buffalo. I think he's appreciating it. That's a bit. Really should be firing HE at this point. It's almost. Oh, and then you penetrate the target. Okay, so that's out of the way. I think I could
エンジンブースト
rush
始動よ
into the B-cap. Okay, so nice. We don't have to deal with that. Okay, could you? Okay. No more. Okay, Louisiana. Thank God we have those American cruisers. American cruisers are really good to have on the team. Okay, I'm not confident. Okay, so I'm not confident I should sail into that. I'm gonna get spotted. But he's tunnel visioning onto this Des Moines. Okay. So I'll do the gamer move here. I'll try. No. Don't. Okay. I got spotted. It's not good. Okay. So I'll do the gamer move here. I'll try to bomb rush the Shinano. I have to get. Yeah. I have to put out her anti-air. Okay, I'm gonna do the gamer move here. I'll try to run into the Shinano. Hopefully, yep. Okay, she spotted. Everyone, have a great day. Oh, you know you're
こ
not
ちらが
hitting
優
any
勢
of
よ
this.
悪くないわね煙幕を展開よ
And I am hidden. Okay, that's all fine and good. Okay, I think we should
煙幕の展開が完了したわよ
put in some work here. Louisiana needs to be eliminated.
警戒レーダーをオンにした
Okay,
わ
so
よ
sounds like I'll be eliminated. Oh, hey, there we go. There's our old buddy.
エンジンブースト解除
Oh no. Okay. Could somebody eliminate this Salem for me. I'm really scared of this guy. Okay, I'm done. I am dead as a doornail. Ah, okay. That's not good.
手法刀損傷どうするの
Okay, let's just play it.
対応完了よ
Ah, okay.
やるじゃない次はそう簡単にいかないわよ
What wasn't happening for us?
こちらが優勢よ
Okay, so I think I got a bit too aggressive there. I want to play another round on the Z52. Z52 is really not such a bad chip, but she has very specific matchups that she does well and not well against. She's typically good against torpedo boats, if that's any consolation. See how we dealt with that Cassard earlier. So that Cassard really wasn't feeling it that day. We saw it. We had some vision on it earlier with the CV sailing over it. Flying over it. So we had that. It tried to dodge away, but couldn't. This map can get me fucked up. Okay. This is a bit of a hard map for Z52, I think. Because we don't have a lot of natural cover on this side of the map. This is mostly a map for something like Shimakase, maybe a little bit of like Yoyang. Yeah. At least we can isolate a few targets here. If we get, yeah, okay, he built it like the stealth build. I'm more of a torpedo build. Okay. Actually, I'm very tempted to shift my Z52 build into the standard build, the cap and hydro build, but hey, let's give the torpedoes a fighting chance. We nailed one earlier. If it landed, if all of my torps land, well, these are like 4 torps per rack, if I remember correctly. I was too aggressive on the Shinano earlier with no one ready to fire upon it. I think I should have just taken the B cap earlier, but hey, lessons learned. So the enemy Hakuryu is really not. Is he trying to go to the? Is he trying to go to A? Okay. That's actually well and good. Okay, so there we go. Z52. Yeah, we're gonna have conflict.
左舷に魚雷を確認回避できるわよね後方より魚雷が接近回避行動を取りなさい対応完了よ煙幕を展開よ
Yeah, so I think the enemy's right over here.
煙幕の展開が完了したわよ
So they're
Engine
rather
boost
being silly
slowly.
right now. Yeah. But the enemy C52 has loot gen so I think we could just play it like this. No one's firing upon the Z52. Okay, that's kind of sad. But knowing that there's a Z52 on the enemy side of the map, and it's heading towards B cap. So if we play it nice, we could just circle around this island. There are no radars on this side of the map, at least. The Petros on the other side of the map, so we can be safe from the radar. Hmm. Okay. Really wasn't doing much damage there. But hey.
右舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい避けてみせなさい。右舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい避けてみせなさい。
Torpedoes went from here, so I think I can better. Okay, so there we go. The Napoli, we have a Napoli on our team.
Yep. やってくれるわね。
Keep them spotted for you.
対応完了よ。
Okay. So it's not like I'm not afraid of this hydro because no one's spotting me really. Except this guy. Okay. Now we have that. Napoli has a good angle on it, so hopefully he can pick it up. No, it's fine. Just, yeah, okay. I'm keeping spotting on this Z52. He's not gonna have a good time with me around here.
Engine boost 解除よ。
Not good.
敵が優勢。本気を出してもらえるかしら。ファイヤー。
It's going to be a hydro match between us. This is fun, actually. It's like a sniper duel. Okay. Yeah, just wait a sec.
Okay. 左舷に魚雷を確認。
Okay.
回避できるわよね。左舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい避けてみせなさい。
Okay. What the? Hey. Oh wait. I'm a bit surprised. Why is our Shinano dead? I was expecting the Hakuryu to be dead, not the Shinano. Okay. So this time around, it's going to be my turn to defend. At least I'm keeping the Z52 off the cap. That's a bit of a comfort for me. Piston here is... okay, I think I've sufficiently spooked the Z52.
敵駆逐艦を発見したわ。敵戦艦を発見したわ。
Yeah.
敵巡洋艦を発見したわ。煙幕を展開よ。
Okay, so knowing this, I will bet he will try to circle around and try to hit me through the smoke. So I'm gonna lay some blind torps here
煙幕の展開が完了したわよ。
and hope that he will try to chase after me.
後方より魚雷が接近
Okay.
回避行動を
Clever
取りな
nito.
さい右舷から魚雷が接近中よこれくらい避けてみせなさい
Okay. Okay. So where is he? I'm taking the gun. Okay.
対
Getting
応
away
完
from
了よ
that as soon as possible. Okay. So okay. So I know he has his tarps on cooldown. So the task here will be okay. So the poison can take it. The poison will take it. Question is, where is that C-52 headed to? I'm gonna bet towards the Slava. He's gonna run away, go to the Slava. But he's too busy firing at the poison. I think it's okay, it's a low HP target. It's not capping at least. And poison has hydro? Does he have hydro on?
エンジン
Okay.
ブーストを始
I
動
think
よ
I have a bit more confidence here.
警戒レーダーをオンにしたわよ
Run away. Run away, little bitch. Okay. So we have these two caps secured. Question is, where's everyone else? Okay. Shimakase has to be very careful with those Hakuryu torps. It's not good for anyone. Okay. We got spotted by someone.
前方より魚雷が
Someone
接
spotting
近
us.
回避行動を
I
取
have
り
my
なさい
hydro on. Okay.
前方に魚雷を確認よ
Why am I spotted?
まさか当たらないでしょ
How am I spotted? Who's spotting me? Okay, there we go. Okay.
火災発生よ消火なさい機関部に被弾やってくれるわね対応完了よファイヤー煙幕を展開よやるじゃない次はそう簡単にいかないわよ
Okay. Not really having much luck with the C-52 tonight. But hey, it's a game. Win some, you lose some. What we can take away is that I think we had better positioning on our part. We were playing a bit more aggressively on that side of the flank. We took the cap. I started with okay. So I started with okay. We had some HP difference. Okay. So as long as I'm up against the hull, this should be fine. The Hyatt, well, it shouldn't. Well, it's not fine. The Hyatt is going to be a bit of problem. It's a better gunship than me. Has better torps. Has better HA. But let's see what we can do. Okay. At least they don't have any radar on them. So I think I'm going to be a little retarded in this game and go full tilt. We're taking this cap. It's gonna be silly. Okay. So I'm going to maneuver here. I'll try and position just right before the cap. Right around here. Right around that area. Right around here. Right around this place. Because well, okay. For one thing, I think the Hallen's going to go to the flank. And middle of the map is not really a good Holland place. The Hayate, I'm expecting to go. The Hayate or the Hull, I'm expecting to go around here, around the side. So I'm going to bet they're not expecting me to come from the middle. The middle is a bit of a terrifying place for any destroyer because you're surrounded by ships, enemy ships at all sides. But that's what we're trying to go after. What? No, no. What are you trying to tell me? Besides, my 6 kilometer hydro can be useful behind this island. It's pretty ballsy of me to do this, really. Okay, there we go. That's a mate. We can creep up a bit closer, but I don't think we'll do that. Everyone is firing on it. Yep. I hope our torps can nab it, but knowing how our team is shooting at it, I don't think it's gonna. Okay. So at least we have an advantage against the enemy super ship. They're not going to try and go there anytime soon. Better keep my AA down. I think the enemy has a rough idea of where I am. Slow down. Keep quiet. Alright. See? My prediction was right. The Hayate is going around there. That's not the best place for a gunship to be, actually. If you're sailing towards the enemy cruiser, that's not a good idea. Especially if the cruiser has hydro. So what I'm going to do now is be a bit of tease and try and take the cap. I know, right? Sane. I am not going to fire. The Slava will spot me if I do. Okay. The Slava's hiding behind that island, I think. The insane play to do here is try and cap. Okay. Okay. There we go. Whose torpedoes were those? Alright. So if we're expecting this gear surge to be like any other typical gear surge, smoke up. Okay, so now that we have that set up, we can pencil this one in too. Okay. So those are 6 hits on the gear surge. And I'm doing residual damage, okay. It's going to be my job to disable their CV. Now he's blind firing towards us. Okay. There we go. Nailed it. Okay. Now we're taking the cap. Okay. Go towards us, humans. I'm gonna bet you won't. Okay, those are some really nice torpedoes. So are you surfacing? There you go. There we have it. Okay, there we go. Now there's nothing you can do but blind fire towards us. We're gonna take this cap. We are winning this. Okay. Uh, they don't have any radar. We just took out their CV. That was brilliant on our end. Even if they do try to head back towards us, their best bet would be the Z45 4501. Yep, but it's not here. I bet it's gonna be too far to reach us. Okay, so what's left here is that we just have to. Okay, and they're expecting the sub to be here. I'm spotting everyone. Thank you. Okay. And that's a game won in less than 10 minutes. So yeah, I think I did a good job on this one. Took the first kill, captured the cap. Everyone, what? Hey! Also, he wants to farm more damage. Okay, acceptable. We can launch some cheeky torps into this Hindenburg. I don't think it would hurt too much. And the Missouri is upset. The Hindenburg is upset. No, no one guarded your cap. Oh, the 450 dead. Okay.
指揮官、よくやったわね。ご褒美欲しい？
Yeah. Sorry, I peeked the mic earlier. That was just a burst of elation that I haven't felt in a long while. Okay, so this time we'll go with the Elbing. So the Elbing's a bit of... I was complimented, thank you. The Elbing is a bit of an anomaly among German destroyers. And that's because it's actually a light cruiser without a citadel. I'm really happy with my performance against that Kearsarge. That Kearsarge really had it, didn't see it coming. So the thing I've noticed with a lot of hybrid battleships and hybrid cruisers, or at least those that manually control their what do you call them, their planes, they tend to run on autopilot. So it makes aiming torpedoes really easy on my end. Okay, so what's up with the Elbing? So the Elbing is actually technically a light cruiser. A light cruiser without a citadel. So the gameplay is radically different from what you'd expect from the ZA52 or ZA42 or even the ZA44. What you want to do with this little guy is that you want to hang back, shoot your AP, and the Elbing's AP has what do you call it? What do you call these? Better penetration. The AP on the Elbing has better penetration angles. These are bigger guns as well, 150mm. Yeah, I was getting the Elbing and the Z52 guns mixed up earlier. And then these, well, the Elbing also has excellent anti-air defense, so you can go one of two ways with this guy. I'm going to try and be a little bit aggro on this, on the Elbing. By the design of the Elbing, it's supposed to be something of a cruiser hunter. So if you combine the better penetration angles and the long range, it can hit cruisers from ranges that their radars can pick up on. So it's not really supposed to be this cap contesting destroyer like most destroyers are. Speaking of, I think we're up against a 450. Yep, the Balao. The Balao is on this one. So if it's taking the cap, we can just hit it from over. Okay. Hit it from over. Let's try again. If the Nakimov is smart, I think he'd pick up on it. The Stalingrad, well, I'm a bit afraid of that one, but it's not like he's going to pivot his guns on. Yes, we have those better penetration angles, right? So there we go. Expecting a hit there. It's fine. Already within 9 shots, I did more damage than some of my Z52 games. But then again, my Z52 gameplay is usually centered around capping and picking on little mistakes that the enemy made. Okay, that's not good. Arioto just exploded. How about that? Okay, so there are 2 cruisers here. I'm not too afraid of them. What I'm going to do is try and tease them a little bit. They're not firing towards... Okay, there we go. And then try to run away when I can. Okay. Yep. Now they're on me. Okay. So I'm not giving you the pleasure of putting tarps down on me. I think you will, unfortunately.
指揮官、どこへ行こうというの？戦闘海域から離脱してしまうわよ。右舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい避けてみせなさい。右舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい避けてみせなさい。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。後方より魚雷が接近。回避行動を取りなさい。やるじゃない。次はそう簡単にいかない
Not a good showing,
敵が優勢。
but that's because we don't have teammates on this fact. A woeful amount of teammates on this rank. Okay. We have good games, we have bad games. And this one was particularly tragic. We got hunted down by a submarine of all things. It should be the other way around. I think our team's Balao was a bit too conservative with his positioning, and I was a bit too aggressive. Well, you win some, you lose some. Important thing here is to learn about what you're doing wrong. Mm, okay. Okay, so what's up with this? uh, I think it's a little it's a bit lopsided. They have three. Goodness, they have three destroyers. We have two. Well, technically we only have one. I'm technically a light cruiser, so we'll try to play things off from there. I think I had the right idea of dealing with the Venezia earlier. Um, just try to annoy the ever-loving shit out of the cruiser. And I had good penetrations with that guy. Don't worry. No. I think I have the enhanced AP on this guy. Yeah, I think AP is the only thing I'll be shooting from this. Um, what's the game plan here? So the game plan is not to go too aggressive. Knowing that we have a Hindenburg and a Kearsarge on our on this, two Kearsarges on this flank. Okay. Okay. I think this is gonna be deliciously ironic. We have a lack of cruisers, but we have all the planes in the game. Okay, and my team is speaking in speaking in some language I do not understand. I'm fluent in Filipino and English, and I know a bit of German. Ich spreche Deutsch. Uh, or rather, ich kann spreche Deutsch, if my grammar is correct. I don't think it is. I don't I don't have perfect grammar in German, sorry. I'm a learner too. Okay, so we have that class switch spotted. Okay. And okay, so there's smoke coming up from behind us. I'm afraid to ask. Yeah, there we go. That's a Fletcher. And I'm the oh no. Okay.
エンジンブーストを始動よ敵駆逐艦を発見した火災発生よ消火なさい機関部に被弾やってくれるわね煙幕の展開が完了したわよ指揮官どこへ行こうというの戦闘海域から離脱してしまうわよ
Y'all suck. Plays poorly. Plays poorly. Y'all can shoot for shit. Who else can shoot? Nevsky can shoot for shit. Misbehavior in chat. I don't understand what you're fucking on about. Okay. Let's at least give the Elbing a win this time. Okay, let me just get some water. Okay, This is slightly terrible. I'm going to be outspotted. Uh, the Cerberus I can bully. That I can guarantee. Napoli, not so much. I'm afraid of Sap. I am terribly afraid of Sap. Plus, the FDR on the enemy team, I think I can deal with it well enough. I have good AA. We have a standing red on our side of the map here. So, I'm hoping he can deal with the Shimakase. There's really not much choice here. Shimakase and Shimakase on the enemy team. How do we go about this? So, what I'm expecting from the enemy Shimakase is that they'll cap. They're confident that I won't cap this C-cap, and that's exactly what I'll do. Our ally Stalingrad could probably deal with it. I would hope. And then it's up to me to just bully some cruisers. Really terrible shooting from our team earlier. It was like, dude, I am radared. Everyone's shooting at me. Everyone picked up on me, and now no one's shooting at the Des Moines. It's really brain dead of them. It's like one of the core principles of World of Warships is that you have to learn that DDs are core to the game. You really can't win on a team that doesn't support its destroyer. Destroyers can take caps, do some torpedo runs on the enemy team. Then, yeah. Okay, we have that. But the problem earlier was that they really weren't interested in supporting me. A destroyer is much more than just another torpedo boat. Please understand that. So, the thing with the Elbing is that it has really slow torpedoes. It's basically a screen for idiots. A really silent screen for idiots. And I don't know what the Stalingrad is doing. I think he has his priorities wrong. Okay. So... yeah. Whichever DD that is, whichever DD. Oh, I don't know which DD that is. Do I start shooting now? Okay. We don't have threats on this side, so I think we should. Okay. We're not dealing with the enemy enemy destroyers. You're angling yourself rather well against me. Okay, so this fundamentally changes a few things. Okay, the Nevsky, or rather the Napoli, is at the place where I don't want it to be. Okay, that's 4,000. Oh, I'm not afraid of that HP. it's going to overpin. Doesn't matter what you do. It's going to overpin. So I just successfully bullied. So knowing that, I just successfully bullied the car first away from me. I think we better run gun. And you, my curse-thirsty friend, shot blanks. You were an absolute idiot. Bit of a mistake on my part. Okay, now we're taking the cap. Or we're not. Okay. We can now bully this Montana because it's now isolated. It's very much isolated. The Napoli is not going to charge forward because it has too little support going for it. We have a Conqueror on this side of the map, so I think it's enough to deal with the Napoli if it ever decides to come up. Or maybe it won't. And I'm just talking out my ass. Okay. Oh, that's a stupid place to be. Okay, now this is a stupid place to be. This is a very stupid place to be. So see what I meant by... Okay, at least I dealt good damage that round. Okay, that wasn't all that bad. I did my job as an Elbing. But wait, what is my job as an Elbing? I'm nothing but a shrunk down light cruiser. So wait, maybe we did win a game with the Elbing earlier. Nope, we didn't. Okay, so we're still queuing up. I won't rest until we get a win in the Elbing. So really, you're just on a lot of gunships. What you're really aiming for is to take the opportunistic pot shots at the opponent. When after firing their guns, you can shoot at them immediately, knowing that their guns are on cooldown. But it's a bit more difficult to track when you have multiple ships firing at you all at the same time. But whatever the case may be, that's how you're well, that's how you play the game a lot of the times. And that's how I played the Hindenburg, the Elbing, really anything that has quick firing guns. That's how I. But on things like the Preußen or the Kerfers, you have to take your time picking out targets. Uh, Especially when you have to. Well, typically on battleships, you don't shift. Okay, you don't shift your shell types around or as often, but it helps. On something like the Kerfers, the Kerfers has 12 guns, 6 on each side. What you want to do with the Kerfers is that it's either well, all German battleships are typically they are typically built as brawlers. The only exception I would make would be like the Preußen and the Mecklenburg. The Preußen is an oddity because it's basically a German Ohio. So the Ohio is well, okay. I think it's easier to explain when I'm not comparing it to any other ship. My bad. Okay, so thing with the Preußen is that it's well armored from the sides. It has a turtleback citadel, so it's not gonna get citadeled anytime soon. But it has 8 guns. That's 4 guns. That's 4 guns short of the Kerfers, but they are of a higher caliber, 457 if I remember correctly. So what that means is that she can punch through typically a lot of well, can it punch through 32? I don't think it punches through 32. 460 punches through 32. Uh, it can get around through a lot of cruisers, but will not when they're angled towards you. So, yeah. And then it can citadel a lot, but the problem with German guns is that they don't have the best accuracy. Plus, okay, they don't have the best accuracy. They have a lot of alpha, not the best accuracy. I'm going to repeat that point. German guns do not have any accuracy at all, except when they're cruiser guns, 203 millimeters and below. Um, okay, I think our Immelman's doing some numbers on the Schlieffen. I can hit the Schlieffen from here. Okay, but that's fine, I think. Okay, so back to the point on the Preußen's guns. German guns don't have the best accuracy, but they reload a bit faster. Or at least on the Preußen, specifically on the Preußen. Preußen's 8 guns of 457 millimeter can reload in a little over 20 seconds, which is already quite a lot, quite short. Guns of that caliber, like say, hey there, that's a Holland. Spot it. Okay. I don't mind if I'm spotted. I have 30k HP. The problem is, who's going to do the spotting for me? Okay, now they're running away. Okay, back on the topic of Preußen's guns. Preußen's guns don't have the best accuracy. They shoot 8 at a time in 22 seconds. So that's already quite a lot. But keep in mind the accuracy. The accuracy is really what's holding the Preußen back. So there we go. That's Holland. Why are you smoking up? Why are you smoking up, my little guy? Okay, you were detected.
左舷から魚雷が接近中よ。これくらい下げてみせなさい。左舷に魚雷を確認。回避できるわよね。
Okay, good.
火力全開。エンジンブースト始動よ。
Why is the Emelman going after this Holland? Emelman, you don't have planes that are sturdy enough to withstand Holland AA. I think that's already a given. I mean, I know you're helping. The problem is that's not the kind of help that we need right now. Okay. I think I can bum rush this Holland. This flank's aggressive enough to do it. I'm effectively neutralizing Schlieffen's role in this game. So she's supposed to be a secondary brawler, and I'm just outside of her brawling range. Schlieffen can brawl you from 12.5 knots and kilometers. I better change up my angles. Okay, not a lot of penetrations on our end. Okay, there's one. Okay. Okay, and now that okay, there we go. Oh, not good. Okay. Problem is I'm spotted. Now I'm not. Okay. I think the play here will be to go through the corridor, this corridor here, 10, and try to isolate my targets. The Shinano is looking really isolated over there. I can hit its citadel, I think. I just need to find it. Oh yeah, the funny thing with the Elbing is that it has 150mm AP with enhanced penetration angles. There we go. That's one hull. This one DD down. Yeah, the Shimakase is making the right move here. That I'm going to bomb rush the Shinano. I have enough AP. Oh yeah, come after me, bro. I have the right mix of big guns and okay. I don't have any support here, but that's not going to be fine. Okay. So the enemy gearing is spotting me, but I'm not spotting it. Okay, let's be prudent. Let's be prudent and patient. I will be taking your smoke. There we go. The enemy gearing is sufficiently scared of me. Rightly so. And I'm wasting the Shinano's time, which is good. Okay, my rudder's jammed. Can't do much in this state. The Shinano is really upset at me. Okay. Yep. Well aware.
ジンブーストを始動よ。
Okay. We are sweeping half the map because the enemy team can't. Okay, they crushed our A flank, which is fine. It's going to be my job to look for the gearing in the Shinano. I think it's a lost cause now for this mission. Yeah. I think the Shinano made the right decision to turn back. We're ahead by 3 ships. That's not going to matter much if we can't crush the rest. The rest are looking okay. So they're a bit worse for the wear, but okay. So I can surprise this okay, roll at it. Okay, didn't go expected. That hurt. Okay, at least.
やってくれるわね。対応完了よ。煙幕を展開よ。
Okay. Yep, and that was landed beautifully by our Holland, I think. There we go. That's messed up. We're a bit too well armored for that tier. I'm hidden, he's not. I don't know why our team's not. Okay. My team is not shooting. If we're clever, we can. Okay. I think I know what he's going after.
右舷に魚雷を確認。回避できるわよね。
Okay. Although you don't really expect Elbing torpedoes to hit with any. Okay, here we go. That's the enemy. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Bit of a shame. Okay, but we're winning this. We are absolutely winning this. Or not?
勝利目前よ。でも油断したりすると死ぬわよ。
Okay, it's a bit stupid, but what just happened? How did... Okay, it's fine. Please. Okay. Okay. I'm a bit baffled by this one, but... Strangely optimistic. Okay, okay, okay. This conqueror has the right idea. And shooting through the gaps. So okay. So there we have it. The Yamato has to be careful. The gearing uh, still is on point. And hopefully the Shimakase could be a bit of assistance here. It's fine. It's fine.
指揮官
Immelman
戦闘
tried
終了
to
まで
help
あと
out the
5分
team.
ね最後まであがきなさい
Okay. The scary bit is here is that I'm not sure if the Yamato is spotted or not. And the guns are really not doing any favors. Okay. Uh, okay, okay, okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, now it's just between. Oh. Oh. Now it's just between CV to CV. The Balao, whatever, however you pronounce it, uh, can provide some assistance here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Or maybe it would. I'm not. I'm not sure. Okay, okay. I think the torps are fast enough. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, there we go. I think the torps. Yeah, they'll make it. Because it's going to be a race between the CV and those torps. Right? Alright? Alright? Nicely done. Nicely. And are the torps curving? It's stuck. Okay. There we go. Nicely done. Compliments Maleo. Compliment, not report. Immelman. Okay, never mind.
指揮官よくやったわねご褒美欲しい
Okay, and that wasn't too bad on my end. Okay, so those are German DDs. I hope I covered them. I represented them well enough. See, they're not the strongest ships in the game, but they do their jobs well enough. With experienced hands, they can be absolutely monstrous, but I don't think I'm experienced enough to represent that, right? So that'll be that'll be for this stream. So thank you for dropping by. Like and subscribe. I think this is the first time I've ever done that, but thank you anyway. See you on the next stream.